Greetings of the day. Very good morning. I'm Kiran from MBA department. First of all, I thank MITS Radio for giving this wonderful opportunity. In this session, I'm going to discuss about strategic management and its process. So the flow of presentation includes introduction to strategic management, process of strategic management, establishment of strategic intent, formulation of strategies, implementation of strategies, strategic evaluation, and strategic control. So, introduction. The word strategy has entered the field of management from military services, where it refers to applying the forces against an enemy to win a war. So, generally, the word in present scenario is mostly used in business, but actually the invention of the word strategy or the terminology of the word strategy has been taken from war. So the strategy has come from two Greek words, that is stratus and asian, to lead. The Greeks felt that the strategy making is one of the responsibilities of army general. So this concept has been adopted even in business. So, strategic management is an art and science of formulating, implementing, and evaluating cross-functional decisions that enable an organization to achieve its objectives. As this definition implies, strategic management focuses on integrating management, marketing, finance, and accounting, production, and operations. So, everywhere the strategy has been implemented for the success of any business. Without strategy, which is a long-term planning, the business may face losses and it may go to bankrupt. So strategy is a mandatory thing or unavoidable thing for any business. So environmental scanning, this is the first step that is involved in strategic management. What do you mean by environmental scanning? Environmental scanning refers to collecting, scrutinizing, and providing information for strategic purposes. So without evaluation of the environment, we cannot plan for the long term. So before planning any for the long term, we need to analyze the environment. Environmental scanning includes internal and external factors that are influencing an organization. After executing the environmental analysis process, the management should evaluate it continuously and strive to improve it. So next step of strategic management process is strategy formulation. So what do you mean by strategy formulation? Once after we are done with the environmental scanning, we have to design a proper strategy that fit for the environment. So strategy formulation is deciding the best course of action for accomplishing organizational objectives and achieving organizational purpose. After conducting environmental scanning, managers has to formulate corporate, business, and functional strategies. So next step after strategy formulation is strategy implementation. So strategy implementation implies making the strategy work as intended or putting the organization's chosen strategy into action. So in the previous step, we had formulated the strategy, but one thing we have to remember that if you have the world's best plan in your pocket, it is useless unless and until it is implemented. So this step includes the implementation. Why? Because while formulating the strategy, we may have several plans, thought process, but while coming to the implementation, there may be some implementation problems. The cost of the raw material may be increased, the distributors may not support us, and there may be the change in the preferences of customers. All these may include in the implementation problems. So while not only focusing on the strategy formulation, that should be implemented properly so that it leads to profits to the business. So next step, strategy evaluation. The fourth step is strategy evaluation. So strategy evaluation is the final step of strategy management process. So the key strategy evaluation activities are appraising internal and external factors that are root of present strategies, measuring performance, and taking remedial corrective actions. Evaluation makes sure that the organizational strategy as well as its implementation meets the organizational objectives. So if, for example, I can correlate with this one example that even though we have some strategy implementation, we can move forward, but after that we need to evaluate whether we are moving in the right direction or not. Why? Because we may deviate while moving in the path. So obviously this strategy evaluation will make us to move in the right path as per our strategy. So I want to discuss this example with one case study, and the person who is visible on the screen is Dept Goyal, and he is the founder of Zomato. Actually, He was a boy from a family of academicians living in a small town near Bathinda. Failed for the first time when he was in class 6. Actually, when he was in class 6, he was failed in his first exam. After that, after struggling a lot and after getting good marks in 12th standard, he got seat in IIT Delhi. So after that, he was left with no job. He got no job, and afterwards he started footlight.com. So, but it was not successful. Later on, he joined in Bain and Company, which is a consultancy company in USA. Then in office, he found some peculiar thing that during lunch break, the employees are wasting the time for the to know what is in the menu. So they were wasting a lot of time. So he got one plan. Why can't we? Why can't why can't we design a information propagating in office? So he in intranet through intranet he has delivered the menus to all the employees. So before going to lunch they will know what is the menu in the restaurant. So obviously it saved a lot of time. And after that, Deepender and Pankaj, along with his friend, started one company called Foodie Bay. The functionality of Foodie Bay includes all the menus around the surroundings restaurants and their contact details. So whoever wants to order, they can go to the website and they can search the different menus in their nearby restaurant, and they can call and they can order food items. So this is Foodie Bay company's functionalities. After that, this Foodie Bay is converted into Zomato company. So here a proper strategy is formulated and it was implemented, and even though some implementation problems occur, he was successful with continuous evaluation. So this is about the small case study which is related to this strategic management process. And I'm thankful to this MITS radio for giving this wonderful opportunity once again, and thank you.